be out with these dudes too. Like, once you put a little something on them, they can't run too fast. We gotta grow up on this channel. Can you hold my hands and be my guide? Clouds filled with stars cover your skies, and I hope it rains. You're the perfect. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is another trans girl. You know, not really like questioning, but whatever. It's like a trans girl like experience. I'm gonna tell you guys why I don't really deal with DL guys like that. Honestly, one of the main reasons why I don't deal with DL guys is because it's so difficult. Like, you know, just the ideology behind it. It's like, okay, like, you're whatever, but it's like, it almost like negates the whole thing, like, of me transitioning to a woman. It's like, okay, because if you're DL, like, I don't know, is it like you see me as a man, the people around you see me as a man? I don't know if this is going to be like a controversial thing, but it's like, yeah, I'm not really rocking with it too much because it's like, one, because I'd be like, you are DL when like the doll is sitting right here. And two, it's like, I be DL with these dudes too. Like, I don't want anybody to know who I'm talking to. So it's like, all right, you embarrassing me, but like you moving like weird. I don't like the whole vibe of DL. It gives me like, I don't know, these dudes like move, like you breathe too heavy and they be like, yo, who you? Like, what? And I like, it's too like much. Like, honestly and truly, like it's almost like a slap in the face because you transitioned to become such a, you know, doll, and like they're like, you ain't, even though you're pretty, even though you did this, even though you did all of like your transitioning and like got yourself to like a comfortable position to where you needed to be for your journey, they're like, yeah, but you're still a man at the end of the day. That's pretty much what it gives. So it's like, I don't deal with them, one, because there's just too much that comes with it. I'll be the one to say it. It's like, it's also being a Black trans girl. It's just too much going. Is my elbow freaking ashy? Yup. Oh my God. It's really just like too much because I feel like if you breathe wrong around an DL guy, especially being a Black trans girl, he won't like hesitate half the time. Sometimes there's like a lot of situations where it just is like, how much like self like worth do you know that you have? How much like self-love do you have? Like, are you taking yourself seriously? Like, do you love yourself enough to be put in these situations where, one, your transhood is going to be like, you know, like put one, like not the line, but it's like they don't even see you as the doll. Like, no matter how good or however they treat you, at the end of the day, he's afraid that other people are going to see you as a man. It is what it is, babes. It is what it is. But it's like, are you okay with who you're talking to? Because it's like the mentality of like the DL like person is like, okay, you weren't born a female. Cool. We're past that. That's cool. But it's like, it boils down to this. It's like, I get that your whole life or your family is on the line. But at the same time, what is like the situation that you're dealing with? Like, is it worth, I don't know, is it worth it? Like, especially being the girl, is it worth it? Like, you know what I mean? Putting your whole identity on the line, then your whole safety on the line, because they be quick to like take you out. No shade, sorry. But they be quick with it. And I'm not one that. I am 100% not one that, okay? I'm not one that. I am not one that. If it was up to me personally, the only thing a DL man can give me is some coins because I gotta go get my hair done and my feet done and my nails did, okay? I ain't had no nails on because I've been having to do some hair. I mean, I don't deal with them because it's like, I almost have to like lower myself to like deal with them because it's like, now we gotta move in the shadows. I'm not a shadowy type of bitch. Like, no shade. I'm trying to be Wayne and Dad and go outside, okay? And if you're afraid to go outside with me, then we don't need to be dealing. I'm sorry. That's just it. Like, for me, it's just, it doesn't make sense for me to deal with someone who is like afraid of people knowing who he's dealing with. Like, yeah, there's girls like who fall in love with DL guys, but it's like, okay, there's almost like, there's like limitations to what you can do with this guy. Like, there's limitations. So it's like, are you okay with these limitations, or do you want more for yourself? Do you want to be shown off? There's a difference between being private and discreet and DL, because let's be real, DL is nobody gonna know about your ass. So what are you comfortable with as the girl? Like, what are you comfortable with? People not being in your business or him hiding you? These are questions you need to like think about before you ever deal with a DL guy. Like, you have to really, really sit back and like wonder, like, are you okay with this? Before you date a DL guy or even deal with a DL guy, just know you woke up, you came out to so many people and were proud to be a trans girl. You go and you take medication, you go and have surgeries, you go and see doctors all the time, you get your blood tested, you dress up and push through this world every single day as a trans girl, and you're gonna go and deal with somebody who is ashamed of you. So really just make sure it's like worth it in the end for you. DL men are just so afraid of their peers finding out who they deal with, when in actuality, it is really their brothers, it's their friends, it's their homeboys, it's their fathers, it's their uncles, it's their grandpas who are interested in love and are attracted to trans girls, and they are also DL, when in actuality, if you were just honest. I've spoken to men who have group chats where they're like, oh, these men don't even know that I really deal with trans girls. Mind you, one time I was talking to one guy and he was in a group chat with his friends, and two of the guys from the group chat were trying to talk to me. And I'm like, little to like they know, like, y'all both like trans girls. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's more common than what people think it is. It really is. Like, honestly, it really, really is. If we're being real, it really is more common than what it is. Or what it is. It's more common than what people think it is, dealing with trans girls. Cute. Doesn't even matter how real or passable you look, because most of these men see us trans girls as the same thing. They like have this idea that we're all men, like we go and do this, we act like men. Like, it doesn't even, like, we're gonna be perceived by men pretty much in their eyes. Like, it really doesn't matter how passable or how pretty you are. But there are some guys who actually go off of like the idea of like, oh, I only want pretty or passable girls because no one is gonna clock them. When it's like, okay, now you're only dealing with girls based off of how they look. And it's like kind of dumb to me, because it's like, why are we basing like, I mean, like, I get it, like, you want to be attracted to the person you're talking to, but it's like, is your whole like thing to only talk or deal with girls you find pretty or attractive? Like, I get it, trust me, but like, it's like there's so much beyond that. Like, because you could deal with a girl who is pretty and attractive, but she's dumb or slow, or she'd only like, she's a gold digger, or she don't care about you, she don't this, she don't that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's so much. Like, it's like you could deal with a man, but you could deal with a hot man, but he got all these holes with his. Let's be for real. Let's be for real, okay? This is not a G5, it's a G6, okay? You know what it is? Like, I feel like a lot of times us girls deal with certain types of men, especially as Black girls, because of this like thug or like hood energy. One, because I'm not even denying to you, I like it, I do, but I'm trying to steer away from the energy, trying with my heart and soul. But you know, even the strongest warriors, we have our days. A lot of times, a lot of the girls fall victim to these guys or liking these guys when they just feel like they don't have any other options. Like, they feel like the only options they have are to deal with these DL guys. One of my biggest fears when dealing with these guys is, because I've said this for years, one of my biggest fears is dealing with a guy, liking him, being delusional, and him like telling me, oh my God, I gotta tell y'all something. But when him telling me like, oh, I can't talk to you anymore because I have wife and kids. For you to put so much energy into someone and then for them to go and say that is like a slap in the face, for one. And there was this one guy I was actually dealing with. I told him that, and I swear he played a prank on me, right? He was joking around. He told me, oh, I'm getting back with my ex, da-da-da. I can't talk to you anymore. I said, I didn't respond to him, one, because there was something else in my life that was actually going on. And two, I just explained to you how this was like one of my biggest fears when dealing with a guy, or one of my biggest insecurities, and you go and then joke around about it, that means like you hold like I hold no weight to you. So it's like, oh, you know what I had to do? One thing about me is I'm petty, and I had to get him back or something like that. I forgot what I did, but we ended up getting into something and he couldn't take it. Like we ended up like arguing about something, but I was like joking about something and he couldn't take it and he blocked me. But you know, once you put a little something on them, they can't run too fast. Honestly, like if I ever deal with this man ever again, I know where I can take it with him and where I shouldn't take it. So you almost are, like I said, you're almost limiting yourself, because it's like you can't do certain things with these men. Honestly, I don't even know if this guy is DL. I really don't. But it's like the things that he's shown me or said to me gives me DL vibes. Even though he's told me, I don't care, I take you home to my family right now. But you're playing so many games. But you want to take me to your family? That don't make no sense. Books. At some point as a trans girl, you need to learn your value and realize that this, like, you're like getting older. You're gonna like look back at these situations and be like, damn, I really wasted my time. So from one trans girl to the next, please pick up your crown. It's tilted, okay? Your crown is tilted. Please pick it up. You are better than DL men. And I'm saying this to all my girls, okay? Love you guys. Please subscribe. I'll be back with more transgender content on this channel, because I'm about to turn this channel into like something else, because we got to grow up on this channel. But yes, I really appreciate everyone who is sticking with me. Please, please, please continue to stick with me. I will be back with more videos. Bye, you guys.